Hey, hey, it's that time again. Pull up a chair and call a friend. We're talking about our days, the good and the weird, and memes so strange they should be feared. Some jokes pop, some jokes fall, but we keep on laughing through it all. It's blurry, it's cozy, it's a little bit funny. Oh yeah, well I thought it was funny. So tune in, baby, every other day. We got chuckles and cringe coming your way. It's a swinging little show, kinda loopy, kinda sunny. That's right, well I thought it was funny.
Good morning, folks. The time is 10:11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 21st of January, 2026. And of course, that's the 22nd for our time traveling friends on the other side of the world there. Say hello to everybody, but a big hello to that city with the most group members worldwide. That city known as Naarm, also known as Melbourne. That's right, folks. Melbourne is the city with the most group members worldwide. That's pretty cool. So let's celebrate that. But let's celebrate all of us, folks. Cheers to everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making this group the funniest city on the internet. Population us. 900,000 plus members, my friends. That's incredible. Oh, and who the heck am I? My name is Lee. I'm that guy who started this community of ours. Well, I thought it was funny. And who are you? You folks are you. And you folks are amazing. How do I know that? This community of ours was not amazing. And it is now because you're here. So cheers, my friends. Thank you so very much for making us the funniest city on the internet. You rock. Oh, I love my coffee. Well, I hope you're all doing fantastic today. I'm doing all right. I'm going to be working a hockey game tonight. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in town, being hosted by our Calgary Flames. We hope to kick their butt. We had a good game a couple days ago against New Jersey. We didn't win, but it was still a good game. It was competitive. Tonight, we're going to win. That's my call. I call for a win tonight. I don't have any insight to this, but I just feel it's time. Our teams are playing pretty good lately. We got a new player, Whitecloud, and he looks solid out there in his first outing with the Flames. So we'll see more of that. I just expect a good game tonight, and I love my job. My job is so fun. I get to, hang out with a lot of great people, hundreds of great people in my section, thousands in the dome, and I get to watch hockey too. So that's pretty cool. So got it good, eh? So that's what I'm doing today. And I want to know what you folks are doing. What's going on with you? Oh, wait a minute. There is some breaking news. My beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy, just before I started recording this, surprised me with tickets to see one of my favorite bands of all time, Blue Rodeo. Now, if you haven't heard of them, they are a Canadian band, but look them up on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get your music. Blue Rodeo. Fantastic band. I absolutely love them. Some of my favorite songs from the band, Diamond Mine, Lost Together. Oh, Fuse. Absolutely love Fuse. Just absolutely one of my favorite bands. Great live show. I haven't seen them for over a decade. Looking forward to this. This is going to be in August. So she said, happy early birthday. My birthday's in September, so early birthday present. And they're front row tickets. So excited. It's going to be awesome. Thank you, Wendy. I love you, even when you're not buying concert tickets. All right. So that's the breaking news that just happened today. So excited. It's going to be great. But really, look them up. Check them up. Check them out, and hey, check out our music channel that we've got too. Our music Facebook page. There should be a link in the comments if I remember to do that. So check it out. If not, leave a comment on today's video saying, hey, where's that link to that music page? All right, so that's what's going on here. Folks, I want to know what's going on in your life. I really do. I would love it if you'd share something. How about some photos? How about just a little blurb on what's going on today? And if you don't want to do that, how about just clicking that little reaction button down there? You know, where that little mini me's pointing at, you know, the happy face, the thumbs up, whatever it might be. It lets me know that you're at least, you're watching. So please do that. But once again, I would love it, absolutely love it, if you shared some stuff with us. Now, speaking of sharing stuff, and I'm always asking you to share stuff, sometimes people share stuff and I drop the ball. Michelle Finnerty, one of our mods here, one of our top posters too, one of the funniest people you'll ever run across, she commented on the video from the 16th. So this is a few days ago, like 5 days ago now, that she had gone out, she froze her fingers taking photos, and I am so sorry, Michelle, I meant to include that in the video after that, and I don't know what happened. But here's a collage of sunset photos that she took, and like I said, she froze her fingers taking these photos and then shared them, and I forgot to include them in the video, so I am so sorry. Look at those colors, are gorgeous, like freaking gorgeous. Great photos. Michelle, you got a great eye for photography, and you've got a great eye for memes too. She shares some of the funniest stuff, my friends. And once again, she's one of our moderators here. So thank you, Michelle. Again, I am so sorry for not including this originally, but great, great, great collage of photos. Keep them coming in. And oh, folks, you know, last night and the night before were really active time for the Northern Lights and the Southern Lights. So if you have seen either and got pictures of them, I would love if you shared those. That would be fantastic. All right. And speaking of sharing stuff, and speaking of freezing, like Michelle froze her fingers, Rose Glad commented on the last video saying that it was kind of chilly out in Hawaii. Now, cold is relative, of course. She mentioned that it was a little chilly and that it was a brisk 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 12 degrees Celsius. And that, of course, would be chilly if you're used to warm weather all the time. I totally get that. Now, as I said, cold is relative. It is a warm -7 degrees Celsius this morning here in Calgary. But we are a different, in a different part of the world and a different climate completely. So I'm not making fun of you being chilly. I promise you. Rose said she was going to be spending the day under the electric blanket on the high settings. That actually sounds cozy. So I don't blame you. So, folks, I want to know what's happening in your lives. Please, once again, I would love it if you would share just a little blurb about yourself, photos. If you want to share videos, send your videos to admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. That would be awesome. Share some stuff. Let's make the funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. And I think it's time for us to get to those featured posts. I've got 3 featured posts today. The featured posts are coming from Larry Clement, or Clement, depending on where he's from, Michael Myers, and Michelle Finnerty, a name you just heard me say a moment ago. We're going to start off with Michael Myers' posts. We're going to bring those up right now. I don't know about you, but I love Herman. I've always loved the Herman comics. Comics, I guess. I've known from the newspaper. My parents used to buy the books of them. This has just made me laugh. Thank you, Larry. Really appreciate that. Next one is going to be from Michael Myers. I don't have a dog, but I know what they're like. One of our cats is like this with Wendy. Thatcher just mooches food off Wendy all the time. I'm also a SpongeBob fan, so that helps too. All right, and the third one is from Michelle Finnerty. I'm bringing that up right now. It's pretty funny. You know, I'm not even a big fan of these cookies. We do have a tin of them right now. I think when I finish them, though, just to be dumb, I'm gonna put our sewing kit stuff in it. All right, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Larry, for all those funny posts. And folks, thank you for all your funny posts. You folks are the reason why this group is sitting at well over 900,000 members. It's because you're funny, and you made this group funny. So cheers to you once again. And you know what? I think with all of that, it's probably best that we get to those Bad jokes. Every fortune teller I've ever met is either depressed or overly enthusiastic. Why can't I just find a happy medium? What do you call a guy pouring water into a glass? Phil, my grief counselor just died. He was so good, I don't even care. What do you call a lonely cheese? Provolone. My uncle always told me, don't be quick to find faults. He was a great man, but a terrible geologist. You know what they say about cliffhangers. I hope a couple of those jokes made you laugh, or at least made you groan. I have to thank my beautiful, wonderful wife for that joke about what do you call a man pouring water into a glass. I've got to thank Michelle Finnerty for the joke about the lonely cheese. And I got to thank all of you folks for coming back here every day and listening to these bad jokes. You know what I'd also like? I'd like to thank you for your jokes, but you gotta send them to me first. That's right. Why don't you send me some jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com, and if I use those jokes, I promise I'll give you credit, folks. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com, please. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughtitwasfunny.com, where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. Thank you once again to all of you for making this community so freaking funny. Thanks for making us the funniest city on the internet. My name is Lee. I'm going to see you again in a couple of days. Keep laughing.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.